Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm just going to be going over the main tools of ZModeler 3. I'm not going to waste any of your guys' time, so the first thing we're going to do is how to open and merge parts. So the open file, there's two ways that you can do it. This is the shortcut way. You can just click open file right here. And the open files, you can only open the parts that you buy that are Z3D ready or ZModeler ready, which is their format is Z3D. And that's really the only thing you can open. If you want to import something, I'll make a video on that later on. Or you can click file and then open. And then select the file that you want to edit or whatnot. I usually like going with two screens and making this left view, but that does not really matter. And then now we're going to go over the merge parts. So if you want to add different wheels or something else, what you would do is you would go, if the model that you're using comes with wheels on them, you would just delete the ones that say wheel underscore LF, RF, RR, and LF. Those are the main wheel collisions, and or you can just delete this one. Preferably delete all of them if you're doing the wheels. And then the next thing is how to merge parts. So what I mean by merge is how to put other parts onto your car. So like say I want different wheels, you come up here to file, merge, and then we'll just put a speaker for now. Speaker, and then click you click all or click to select the parts that you want. So say there's multiple parts in here, just click on them and then click merge. And then click LO 2 times for it to show. Then there it is. I'm gonna switch to the top view. And then now the selected tool. Before we move into the 3 main tools, is I'm gonna go over like how to highlight the tool, how you focus on that. So if you want, come down here, locate the part, hold Alt, and then click on this little gray square right here, and then you should notice that it's highlighted red now. And then so the first tool that we're gonna use is the move tool. You should have them over here. If not, they should be up here under modify. So click the move, and all the move tool does really is pretty straightforward. You can move it wherever you want. Now say if you don't want to move it, if you want to move it in this direction, perfectly aligned, but you don't want to accidentally go over here, what you would do is you would up here, these two would be selected. These two would be selected. So what you would do is, if you want to move it left and right, unselect the Y, so then to where your X is highlighted. And then hover over it, click, drag to the left, drag to the right. If I move up, it's not going to go up. And then same thing for the Y, but you got to click on the Y and then click on the X and then go up and down, but it won't go right or left. And then the Z or Z, you go up, it moves it up and down over here. But you can't move it anywhere else, so it just goes up and down. And then yeah, so that's the move tool. Now we're going to go over the rotate tool. So the rotate tool should be over here under modify. And then once you click on rotate, you should have like a little circle mouse-ish circle, you know what I mean? And all you gotta do to rotate, click on it, drag. Now it is gonna move the location, so I recommend if you're going to rotate it first. Now I'm going to backspace that, and just to go back, you can do undo or Control Z. Now, say I want to move it on a perfect angle. What I would do is I click on it and say I want to rotate it 90 degrees. It automatically rotates 90 degrees. If I want to rotate it 180, just type in 18 and it should automatically go to 180. And then, there you go. And then again, to undo, Control Z, or just come here, click undo. And then same thing for the axes, right? So that would be Z axis. This is the Z axis like that. Or you can have both these selected. The Y axis is like that. And then the X axis is, just hide this for you. The X axis is kind of like that. And it all really depends on what angle you're rotating at. So if I'm on the left angle, actually I think, yeah, the left angle, it's going to go at a different direction, I guess. So just fiddle around with the tools. Again, I want to say, just fiddle around with the tools before you do anything. So now we'll go over the scale tool. So you see how it's like not aligned perfectly there, how the bed's going through it. We're gonna go over how to make it fit perfectly. So there's a lot to do with the scale tool. If you want to rotate it, select that. If you want to just rotate it or scale it down unevenly, then you just click on it and drag it down. Or if you want to scale it in a certain way, X, you can do that. Y, you can scale it to make it like that. Z makes it like taller. And then now say if you want to rotate it down equally, so it goes down perfectly even, like how that is, where it does not stretch on the edges or shrink on the edges at all. All you gotta do is just hold shift, make sure it's highlighted, hold shift, and drag it down. And then should fit perfectly. And then you can go back to your move tool, adjust it if you need to. And yes, it is it's gonna mess with your, like where you had it set. So say you had it set perfectly, but you want it to make it go in more, or you want to adjust it, you want to scale it down perfectly fine, it's gonna mess with the position. So you're gonna have to reset the position. And then in the next video, I'll teach you guys how to use the import and export tool. And then in the video after that, if I have time, I will teach you guys the textures. These are the two textures. These are the two import and export. I'll go over more of that in the next video. But I hope this helps you guys. If you have any other complaints or questions, just comment them down below. I'll try and read them. And I also have a Discord. You can open a support ticket and it will be linked down below.